Hey y'all, what's up? Jamithatsme here. Welcome back to the channel, honey, and welcome back to yet another review on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So let's get into it, all right? It's post fight. So now we get to go through the entire episode and see how everybody is feeling, seeing where they are mentally, all that other great stuff, right? And to also see that Miss Wanda is truly a problem, all right? So Tiffany goes to see Destiny, and Destiny pretty much tells her about the event and what all happened. She told her, like, good, listen, it was two motherfuckers that showed up that should have never showed up from the beginning, okay? They was there. And then one of them had the audacity to walk in there and give me a motherfucking gift, okay? Yeah, girl, she gave me some flowers and a Gucci bag. And Tiffany was like, well, girl, who was that? She was like, girl, it wasn't nobody but Stormy, because you know Mel wasn't going to do that. Girl, Mel came in the event and barely even spoke to me, honey. Let's understand, all right? Now, Tiffany says, now, when it comes to Miss Stormy, I understand, because Stormy did the same thing for me. I mean, I ain't get no Gucci. Understand that, girl. I ain't getting no Gucci, honey, but she did give me some Canvas products, okay? So I'm wondering, Destiny, you said that you would have preferred Canvas products over some damn Gucci. So if she would have gifted you some Canvas products, were you going to turn around and sell those in the store to make profit? Because it seemed like you wasn't going to keep that Gucci bag anyway. And then you turned around, from my understanding, and told the people that you actually lost the Gucci bag. Girl, I don't believe you lost that damn Gucci bag. I don't. I feel like you either gave it away to somebody or you sold it to somebody. The same thing you probably would have did if Miss Girl would have got you some Canvas products. You feel what I'm saying, girl? But that is the gist of what I'm thinking. You feel what I'm saying? But then Destiny also goes on to tell Tiffany, like, listen, girl, my guard is still up when it comes to Stormy. Like, I can't guarantee if I'm going to really link up with her. Like, the only way I'm going to link up with Miss Girl is if she's being genuine. But my thing is this, ma'am. How genuine do you want my girl Stormy to be? Because she legit begged you in front of everybody at your damn store to reconsider the friendship, to reconsider having a sit down and a conversation with her, and that she really wants to move forward. Like, she literally stood up there and begged you, girl. So how much more genuineness do you want her to show? Is she a good one? Because I be damned, I'm gonna stand up there and beg maybe, okay, to be my friend, be my associate, be an affiliate, or whatever the case is, especially if you was a BIT that I wasn't really cool with before said incident went down. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Okay. But Stormy, you a better person than me, girl. Clearly. All right. That's why you're gonna continue to go on to be, successful. You feel what I'm saying? So girl, just do your thing, girl. Don't do what I do. Y'all be like Stormy, honey. Don't be like me. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's keep going. Okay. Now, like I said, Destiny ended up telling Tiffany, like, Mel showed up to my event, girl, and she didn't even speak. And Tiffany was like, what? She was like, girl, yeah. I mean, she said that she spoke or whatever like that, but I ain't hear her. So obviously whatever she called herself doing wasn't good enough for me. And I'm like, you right, girl. Nothing would have been good enough. What the hell did you want her to do? Run over there and be all up in your face and speak to you, only for you to want to stand up there and stare at her ass in her face like you did, Miss Stormy? Absolutely not, ma'am. Okay, she told you hey and moved on. Now I will say this, for a male to show up to an event that she was not invited to, I do think she could have at least told that lady congratulations. Like, at bare minimum. At bare minimum, she probably could have told her, like, all right, girl, hey girl, congratulations, girl. Anyway, what's going on, Kimmy, honey? How you doing? Either way, honestly, as I'm thinking about it too, it would not have mattered what Mel said. Destiny was focused on being in her feelings, so it really would not have mattered what the hell the girl said. But okay, girl. So Destiny gonna sit up there and tell Tiffany that Mel should have been escorted out like she did Tisha, but she says that she was trying to be more classy than what Mel exhibited at her event. And I said, girl, not you sitting up here trying to flip shit. Not you sitting up here trying to say you was trying to be more classy. You told the whole story, but you ain't really tell everything, girl. That's what I'm bothered by. Like, not you talking about class, but you also was the same person that ran out the door yelling after Mel. You also the same person that got smart as hell with her mama, and also was the same person that was trying to fight her mama. Like, let's make this make a whole lot of sense. I know you ain't, girl, what you was doing on the inside wasn't too much different than what the hell Mel was doing on the outside. You the one who was talking about all day, I'm on 10, I'm on 10, I'm on 10, and then when people get on 10, you don't know how to act. Yikes. Girl, I can't. Anyway, let's let's keep going. Now, I do understand Destiny's point just a little bit, when she felt like, I mean, I wasn't invited to your events. So why would you turn around and be invited? So, why would you think that you could show up to my events? You know what I'm saying? You wasn't invited, so why would you do that? And I'm like, I hear that, Destiny, but also understand when you weren't invited to Mel's event, girl, you still turned around and tried to support that lady. Although that lady did refund you your money. After she did not invite you, you still tried to show up and be there, girl. So maybe that was her way of trying to show up and at least be there. Not had you decided to escort this woman out, I can't even say you would have been wrong. I don't know if you would have. I mean, it's your event. She was uninvited. If you would have pulled a Tisha on mail or whatever, or pulled a mail on mail, I mean, I guess you would have been well within your right, girl. But anyway, let's keep going. Tiffany asked if the shop reputation is tarnished, okay? And I said, girl, what do you mean is it tarnished now? Girl, that's been tarnished, all right? It was tarnished before the Mel and Wanda situation. Girl, cut it the fuck out. Why you think this is the grand opening, honey? It's been tarnished. Girl, get the hell out of here. So Destiny says everyone apologized to her but Mel. Mel was the only person that did not reach out to her and apologize. Interesting. Not really, girl. That really ain't that interesting, girl. Mel don't even talk to you, so I'm sure Mel was like, girl, and I'm not gonna apologize to you. Okay, it's just what it is. So I'm wondering, did Miss Wanda really apologize? Did the Scott brothers and Tisha really apologize, or did you get an apology on behalf of? Which one was it, girl? Let's keep going. Speaking of the Scotts, girl, Scotts a 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, can't take no more. Girl, let's go ahead and get into it. Kimmi, Tisha, and Maurice had to sit down because Maurice and Kimmi called Tisha and Marsau over to have a conversation. Tisha arrives first. Marsau wasn't there at the time, but she said that the reason he wasn't there or whatever, they were driving in separate cars, was because they had got into it the night before. See, Marsau was still mad at her because he wanted to handle the situation, which he did not handle even when she did fall the hell back, okay? He wanted her to be quiet and listen to him during that moment. And it's crazy because when you really did get yourself into a damn altercation, Tisha had nothing to do with what the hell happened. That was all on you. You spent all that time telling this woman to be quiet and listen to you, because if something happens to her, you might go to jail, but you was willing to go to jail off GP just off of your own damn actions. So what it really is, Mr. Marsau, you're mad at Tisha for your own fucking actions. Period. You're mad at Tisha for what you made an executive decision to do. Martell walking away, you chose to get louder. Your brother with his thumb looking, girl, your brother, okay, Mr. Maurice. Let me not even, because let me just, okay, because he's probably one of the better looking Scots, but let's keep going. So Maurice was the one that decided to do the most, okay, and push Martell. Y'all both was on the same level. He just took it too far by putting his hands on that man. So if Martell would have blacked out on him, I felt like it would have been understood. But the moral of the story is that you made a decision to act in the manner in which you did, and then now you're trying to put it off on your wife. You feel what I'm saying? So like he just be walking around contradicting himself. But anyway, what else happened? So Tisha tells him about the fight, and Tisha says that Marsau told her in a situation like that, she needed to listen to him and be quiet. So Tisha took it as she was supposed to just sit there, shut up, and he be treating her like a slave, and she ain't his slave. And how y'all need to really talk to your brother Maurice. Y'all really need to have a conversation with him, because I don't really like how he talking to me. Like, I'm getting tired of it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, I told y'all Tisha been tired of that man. She just holding on to save face and to try and prove the viewers wrong. But girl, we see what it is that we see, and we not dumb with what it is that we see. And give it enough time, girl, you're gonna be tired, and let y'all be on this show long enough. In all honesty, let this show get another 5 seasons. You and Marsau may not make that. Y'all may not, right? I mean, y'all might come back together at some point, but I feel like a separation might end up happening because you're gonna need time to clear your mind. You feel me? You're gonna need to step away because he do be doing too much. And ain't nobody gonna fault you if you do. He just be doing too much. But anyway, girl, let's go ahead and keep going, okay? So Yeah, I said that Tisha was getting tired of Marsau, and she heard, and you could hear it in her voice. Miss Girl sounded like she was finna cry. Okay, Marsau arrives. They ask him about everything. He says the tension that was building up he said there was tension that was building up for people who weren't going to fight their own battle. And I'm like, what you mean there was tension that was building up for people who weren't gonna fight their own battle? Like, I don't even understand that. I'm like, who wasn't gonna fight? Are you talking about you and Martell? Y'all weren't gonna fight. It was tension building up for y'all two who haven't been trying to fight the battle. Y'all been over here passive aggressive towards each other. Is that what you're referring to? Because Mel and Wanda seemed like they really was gonna throw them hands, especially Wanda the way she got in track member mode and ran around them cars. Okay, knees up, ready to get at this lady. But anyway, honey, let's go ahead and keep going. All right, so he says he and Martell made up after having a talk because they don't have an issue with each other. And I'm like, you sure about that? You sure y'all don't have an issue with each other? Now, I do think men can make up quicker than women, but at the same time, I feel like Martell might be at a place where it's like, I see you for your works. Like, you've definitely tried me on more than one occasion as well. I know I may have said some slick stuff about you, but a lot of the stuff I said about you, I wasn't too much lying. For real, for real. So I believe Martell knows exactly who it is he dealing with when it comes to Marsau. But anyway, girl, let's go ahead and move on. So Marsau says that he and Martell didn't want their family to be in the middle of no unnecessary harm. That's what it is that he's saying. Marsau says at the end of the day, if Wanda can't control herself, then she can't be in his life. And then Maurice was like, well, wait a minute, brother. How that's going to work out when that's her mama? You can't say that the lady ain't going to be in your life when that's her mama. Her mama going to always be around. Like, what are you really saying? You feel me? Like, he just probably saying, Tisha going to have to get this shit together. And I'm starting to, my patience is getting real thin. I've been dealing with this for quite a few years, over a decade now, and I'm not going to deal with it no more. She's going to have to get this under the control, okay? So Marsau says that he ain't putting himself in that situation again because he feels like him getting into it with Martell, they could have potentially lost everything. I mean, child, I guess. I understand what Marsau is trying to go with this as far as him wanting to protect his wife. A lot of times when men step up to protect their wives, like, it can put them in a position to likely be going to jail or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just the risk you take when you decide to step up and protect your family or whatever like that. Like, that's just what it is, And then maybe it would have been deemed as self-defense. I don't know. You feel me? But I guess, girl. Anyway, so Kimmi tells her that he is her protector and that him protecting her, he could have gone to jail. But see, here's the other thing. Why is that even a conversation? That's what I don't understand. Why is that even a conversation about Marsau's likeliness to go to jail? Why is that a conversation when Tisha actually did absolutely nothing that contributed to his possibility of landing in jail? You feel what I'm saying? Like, Tisha did absolutely nothing, so I don't really understand why there was even an argument the night before. You tried to have a conversation with Tisha, which actually was weird to me because when there is a fight or whatever happening, or you trying to prevent something, you see her mama over here getting into it, you grab her to have a conversation with her when she not caring about nothing you talking about. All her focus is really to the left of her, between her mama, making sure nothing extra happens, and you trying to calm her like you talking to a child or something. Like, no, I don't care what's happening over here. Listen to me. No. Daddy's talking to you now. Like, focus over here. What I'm telling you is, if you instead of doing what it is you said you was gonna do, protect her mama so that you don't have to, I feel like you could have better handled that by using your actions instead of using your damn words with her in that moment, because it was just very dumb. And you also went on at the end of the conversation, at the end of the incident, to say, well, Miss Wanda tried to calm you down. You said that's one of the worst things a person can do, is try to calm somebody down when emotions are high. So why do you think that was the best thing for you to do when it came to Tisha, when Tisha's trying to look after her mom? See, when it came to Martell didn't need to have a conversation with Melody. Martell just immediately stepped into the middle because he didn't like, his actions showed that he was trying to protect those ladies and how he did not want it to go far. Those were not your actions. So you just blatantly showed yourself as a liar. Like, we know that you don't care about Miss Wanda for real. So we know that your intentions on protecting her wasn't really there. You wasn't really going to protect her, because if that's something you was going to do, you would have stepped in the middle, just like you got loud with Martell and your brother decided to push him. Like, you could have used your actions to step in the middle to make sure none of that happened. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think Martell would have took that as a threat. I think Martell would have understood, like, okay, he's trying to get Miss Wanda under control, whatever, step in with her. Because that's who you should have been grabbing instead of grabbing your damn wife, trying to calm her down and tell her not to get in the middle of it, when you should have been over there grabbing Miss Wanda, trying to take her away from the situation. And that's not something that you did. So all of this conversation and you being mad with Tisha the night before, you're upset with your wife over the actions that you chose to take the day before. That's what that was. You trying to put that off on her when she has nothing to do with the decisions that you chose to make. You kept talking to this woman, telling her not to get in the middle of the bullshit, right? That's what you did. You kept talking to this woman, trying to tell her not to get into the middle of the BS, only for what? Only for you to do that. That's what you did. You ended up doing it at the end of the day. So I don't even know why we having a conversation about none of that shit, in my opinion, girl. That's all on Marsau. He just trying to find somebody to place the blame on and not trying to take full accountability for his own damn actions. I spent all that time trying to keep my wife under control, and I was the one that ended up getting out of control. That's on you, fam. Scoot back just a little bit. So anyway, Kimmi lets Tisha know, like, girl, listen, your mama is getting real difficult. It's getting difficult for everybody, okay? See, we don't really care for your mama for real, girl, but we only fuck with your mama because that's your mama. Yes, correct. We only fuck with your mama because that's your mama. If she was somebody else off the street, girl, we would have been did away with her. But we are forced to kind of deal with her because of you, and because you so damn sensitive, we also got to teeter around how we really feel and the fact that we really don't want your mama around. Like, for real, for real. You see what I'm saying, girl? So it's getting real difficult for us, all right? And then Tisha goes on to say that she pretty much understands, but her main issue was with the conversation that she and her husband had the night before. She didn't like that he was pretty much trying to tell her don't have a voice in the situation when it came down to her mama getting into it with Mel. Don't have a voice. She felt like he was trying to treat her like she was a slave or whatever, you know. So she just didn't like how he said it, and I kind of agree. I see Tisha's point as well. I understand Marsau wanting to quote unquote protect his wife, which I felt like he did. He failed to do so. But I also understand Tisha saying that she didn't like how he talked to her. And I also feel like he could have handled that moment much differently, as I've already told y'all. He could have used his actions instead of his words, trying to control her and get her to calm down and to step back. Girl, I just can't. Girl, y'all watch the show and you'll see the drama. You'll see the mess, okay? You'll see what I saw when all this mess was going down. So Marsau wants to move forward with Madani Sweets, right? And Tisha says that she don't want to work with Martell at all. And I'm sitting over here like, Tisha, y'all as didn't want to work with Martell from the very beginning. You're just going to continue to use this as yet another excuse. And you know what else that gives me, Tisha? The fact that you're using this as an excuse and you not wanting to work with Martell. Number one, I understand you didn't like the rumors that Martell put out about you. But I also feel like you and your husband are not as perfect as you may try and make y'all out to be. And you know, the more Martell is around, Martell may see that. And at any moment when he gets a glimpse of what's really going on in y'all lives, he's going to end up outing that information. Because one thing about Martell, at some point, he gonna let it all hang out, right? He gonna put it all on the front street and on the table, and y'all can sort it however the hell y'all want to sort it. And that's why I feel like the real reason why you don't want to work with him, not so much as the 20 women's and all of that, girl. You afraid of what else he may learn about y'all and end up spewing to the other people. But anyway, girl, good luck, okay? So then, yeah, that was pretty much it. I just felt like she was using the fight as an excuse to not want to work with Martell, knowing that she didn't want to work with him at all. And then here go Kimmi sitting over here instigating, saying, yeah, how you work with somebody you fighting? I don't know how you back cool with somebody that you was just over here damn near fighting and about to throw hands with her mama too. Okay, I don't know. Let us know. So after hearing Tisha, it sounds like Marsau is not going to work with him. Okay, sounds like Marsau said that he's not going to step outside of that. Tisha is part owner of the company. He's going to respect her decision to not want to do it. But also, let me say this with him saying this, with him agreeing with his wife. Some part of me feel like Marsau said that on camera to save face. Me and Martell talked. Everything is all good. We don't have an issue. I'm okay with working with him moving forward. He also knows that Tisha's stance on Martell has never changed. He just wants Tisha to be the person, as he wants people to see Tisha as the person, or Martell to see Tisha as the person that doesn't want to work with him. When I feel like, Marsau, you don't want to work with him at all. You just using Tisha as the scapegoat to say, well, Tisha said no, so I gotta go with what Tisha said. Like, that's what that really is. You already knew that. You was just trying to save face in that moment on camera to make it seem like everything is all good and you cool with that. But anyway, baby, It is what it is. So let's get to Martell and Melody because they ended up speaking on that fight. And Mel says that she believes Destiny just lies, okay? Because Destiny said that she didn't speak. And she was like, I did speak, okay? At this point, I'm believing the girl just sit up there and lie all the time, right? And I'm over here, as I told y'all earlier, Destiny, what the hell did you want Mel to do? Did you, like, if she would have spoke, you weren't going to do nothing but stand up there and not give her no reaction. It would have been dry. She probably could have tried to hug you. You probably weren't going to hug her back. Like, girl, ain't nobody got time for this. Like, it is what it is, honey. So it didn't matter what the woman would have done. You wouldn't have liked it, okay? So Mel appreciated that Martell had her back. And he says to her that they still family at the end of the day. As long as they got these children, they're going to always be family. He going to always have her back. He said, I don't want no harm to come your way or anything. So I'm always, go up for you or whatever in that sense, okay? So Mel calls out Maurice, always jumping in Marsau fights. Baby, I'm so glad she said that because this is the first time for me that I've seen Maurice get physical, right? Any other time he jumps into Marsau's battles, like at the reunions, he likes to jump and insert himself in the conversation. He tried to, like in season 1, trying to fix what Marsau was saying or whatnot. And it's like, your brother a fucking mess. He don't need you to try to jump in and correct any language or anything that he's saying. He's a dog ass mess, and you also know that as well, right? Just like when they had them in the confessional and said, oh yeah, Tisha wants us to talk to Marsau because her feelings are hurt. So being sarcastic, basically saying that, yeah, I don't think that's enough to get him to change. All right. So you already know your damn brother. Okay, so I'm glad that Mel said that he always jumps in this man's fight. I don't understand what that is about, but you can't jump in and fight for your wife when it was an issue between she and Kiowa. You know what I'm saying? And just other that Kimmi may have brought up to the forefront when it came to Monster or whatever. Like, you won't be jumping up for that, though. And it's so funny, and this is what I hate. Just when we were starting to focus in on Kimmi and Maurice's relationship and the dynamics of her being left out of information when it comes to his son and stuff, now we don't really even see that no more. Now all we see is the drama with everybody else. Not so much as what's happening in a relationship, but Melody versus Destiny. Melody versus this person. Oh my God, Destiny getting closer to Tisha. Da, 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 da. The conversations are primarily around the group, but what's happening in your life? What you got going on? What you working on? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, girl, and don't nobody care nothing about Tiffany and this damn Louis talking about they want a baby. Girl, what's going on in the other couple's lives? Like, what's really going on over there? Because every time we see Kimmi telling somebody else's business, and this is what's happening over there, and that's what she does, and I know that she truly enjoys it because it prevents her from having to open up more about what the hell is going on in her own situation. You know what I'm saying? And Destiny's so glad to be beefing with Mel because she ain't trying to share none of her life either. She'll rather sit up there and get a check to go back and forth with this woman as well. She don't want people to know what's really happening with her. So, I mean, girl, fix it. Because at some point, I don't think the group drama going to be enough. I mean, it might, but, girl, what else is going on? So, anyway, all right. So Martell says Maurice had been getting smart and real slick at the mouth when he was over there talking to Marsau. I believe this 1000%. I feel like Maurice may be a slick, low key, very low key hater. I do. I think that somewhere deep up in there, he may be a hater. I don't think. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I think that he could be a hater of of Martell's. Like, even with all of the flack and the negativity that may come to Martell's way, or the whatever Martell puts out, people still checking for Martell and what Martell got going on more so than they're checking for Maurice. So I don't know what it is. He probably envies him over other shit that, like, damn, this nigga bouncing back even after he done divorced his wife, and he done sat up here and messed up his relationship, got an outside kid, he's still out here doing, so I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. Okay. What else we got going on? So then Martell speaks on how they were saying that they couldn't control Wanda. So he was like, if you can't control your mama, you can't control Wanda. Stop bringing her around, period. He said, if we don't speak on each other like that, why do you think it's okay for her to come in and speak on us like that? Like, that's not making any sense, especially when ain't nobody else parents out here disrespecting the group. It's only her. So get that together. So Martell wants them all to move forward. So he suggests that they end up doing some type of dinner. And Mel is like, so, okay, we're going to do this dinner. Well, I mean, that's fine as long as Miss Wanda ain't going to be there. He was like, nah, Miss Wanda ain't going to be there. She was like, all right, then cool. I think that'll be a good idea. We could do that. So she's like, what you really want to talk about? He was like, I want to talk about the group moving forward. But more than anything, I want to talk about Miss Wanda no longer being a part of the group. Like, that's what I want to get to. Okay, let's have that conversation. So it seems like Mel and Martell are, doing a bit better until they not doing better. And we'll just have to see how that's going to play out, before the season is over, child. But let's keep going, okay? So Stormy and Tiffany. Stormy tells her about the grand opening and how it was a shit show in so many words. Tiffany says that once Mel was Tiffany says that Destiny told her that, Destiny said that once Mel was done with her, she beelined straight to Wanda. And Stormy said when she was done with her, like, beeline, like, girl, what? What is that supposed to mean? Tiffany was like, I don't know. That's what she said. And I'm sitting over here looking like Stormy, like, what the hell that's supposed to mean? When she was done with her. The girl barely said anything to her. Only thing she said was, hey, Destiny. That's all Destiny got out of Mel. I'm a little confused until she left out the building. So Destiny wasn't going to say how she just ran out there and beeline for Melody coming for her. Like, the girl was inside the building. You ain't say shit. As soon as she leaving, you want to run outside and say something. Like, that's whack to me. And I'm glad Stormy said that in the confessional, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, girl, you make no sense. Anyway, so Stormy lets her know that Mel had energy for Wanda. She didn't have energy for Destiny. Her energy was primarily for Wanda. Tiffany says that she asked Destiny if it was going to ruin her reputation. Stormy says, no, girl, okay? That's the best action Madani has gotten ever. And I said, I know that's right, girl. That's the best action that Madani done got. So anyway, girl, that's that. Martell goes to link up with Mr. Chris Fletcher, and Martell is at this place where he's looking for a new home, a home that he's trying to purchase. He's leasing right now, but he's trying to buy. He tells Chris Fletcher about the fight and how Wanda, tried to come for Mel. He tried to have Mel's back. Next thing you know, Wanda trying to run up behind her and deck her in her motherfucking back, okay? Whole lot of going on. So he says that Marsau's mouth, he never controls it. I know that's right, Martell. Start talking about it. He says, but he tries to control everybody else's mouth. That's what the fuck I'm saying. Like, you never control your mouth, but you want to control and police everybody else's mouth. Are you out your fucking mind? No. Okay, so I say this sounds like Martell was the one that actually made the decision to not work with Marsau moving forward. For real. Because he was like, nah, me and Marsau will not be doing any business together. And I'm glad that Martell took that stance and did not go to Marsau still seeking the opportunities for Marsau to tell him no. And then try to blame it off on Tisha, knowing that that's how he really felt from the damn beginning. Just a fake as hell, y'all. I really hate that Melody and Martell even gave the Scotts this type of platform to be on. One Scott, cool. Y'all should have chose a whole nother couple somewhere else down the line. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have chose a whole nother couple, so it should not have been two Scott brothers on one show. And I wonder if Melody and Martell somewhat regret the decision to introduce them to Carlos King. I wonder if they truly regret that decision. Like, dang, out of all the people we know, hella popular over there at A&M, all the people we know, we could have chose anybody. Like, why did we introduce these fools to them? Like, why? Like, I don't know. I just, girl, anyway. Child, so Marsau saying that he is able to move forward or whatever. This is what he was saying, right? Earlier on, I'm able to move forward with Martell. We can do this Madani stuff. Nah, you was also speaking from a place of guilt as well. You was speaking from a place of guilt based on your actions and how you handled the situation prior to. But high key, you also was trying to make yourself look good to the audience because you knew they likely was going to air that. And then ultimately, you really didn't want to work with him anyway, and you're going to put that off on your wife. But, girl, that's how y'all do, honey. So let me go ahead and move on, girl. So Destiny and Stormy link up. Stormy speaks on feeling dismissed by Destiny and how she pushed through because she wanted them to be in a better space. And Destiny says that she wants Canvas beauty products versus the Gucci bag or whatever. So Stormy says, well, listen, when you reached out, I was already in the middle of talks with a broker, a distributor, to get my items in stores. So I didn't know how everything worked, and I wanted to wait. And I don't blame her. Like, let me secure this first, because if I'm trying to secure this, they may limit me and say, okay, you can't sell your products anywhere else for X amount of time or whatever. We want to see how it's going to do over here, or whatever. I don't know how the process works, but if you're new to it, I know for me, if I'm getting a product in stores and I don't know what the hell going on, and if somebody hit me up like, hey, can I sell your products, in my little mom and pop store, and it's like, I want to, but hold on, like, I'm trying to figure out what's happening over here, because if they finna pay me the money that I want, and then they restrict me from where I can place it, let me ride it out with them real quick and see what happens. If I get permission and they like, yeah, you can sell it over the den. Yeah, I'll drop some products off over there. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I understood where Stormy was coming from. She wasn't too sure of how everything worked and what to do, okay? And at that time, putting stuff in your store ain't as important as it is for me to put it in another store that I know is going to give me racks. Period. Okay? Because these are chain stores. It's not just a one Madani right here, girl. Like, girl, my dreams are way bigger than a Madani, honey. I got other places I'm trying to go. But anyway, it is what it is. So Destiny says, no matter what, she's still going to support black businesses. I said, so why is it okay for you to support black businesses, Miss Destiny, but it's not okay for Mel to support black businesses? Yes, even with Mel, when Mel slighted you, didn't invite you or whatever, you still chose to quote unquote support black businesses by buying from her skincare line or whatnot. Right now, yeah, Mel did refund the money, girl. That was shady. So, like I said, if Mel would have came to the event and you would have put her out, girl, touche, honey. But why is it okay for you to support black businesses, knowing that y'all not on good terms or whatever, and y'all been slick throwing shade over social media, then you want to turn around and buy products to support, but it's not okay for her to show up to your thing? You know what I'm saying? And I understand they're really different, because it ain't like it's not like Destiny had to show up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like she had to show up. She just submitted an order. That wasn't really an inconvenience for anybody. She just placed the order, and then Melody rejected it. But then when it's time for old girls event, it's like, girl, you just show up uninvited. And then not only did you show up uninvited, you did cause a bit of a ruckus. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I kind of blame Miss Wanda for a good amount of that too, because I feel like Mel came out there real, like, nice, nasty, but not loud, rude, and raunchy until Miss Wanda I'll tell you what my issue, I'll tell you what it is. But of course, because Destiny don't like Mel the most, she gonna definitely put it all on Mel and make it seem like it's Mel's fault. But anyway, girl, good luck. Let's keep going. So Stormy says that she's confused about Destiny's issue with Mel. She says, like, you didn't even say nothing when she was in the building, so why would you wait until she leave to say something? Like, that's dumb, right? Stormy wants her and Mel to get back on one accord, and Destiny is really like, girl, we just cool for 2 seconds. Me and you just got cool for 2 seconds, girl. I think if you want me and you to remain cool, then you need to fall back and leave the situation between me and Mel where the hell is that? Okay, I say leave it where it's at. Okay, period. Right? That's where the ladies were. So we'll see what's going to end up happening, whether they're going to have a sit down. I do not foresee them having a sit down, but I do feel like that reunion is going to be interesting. I do not want a lot of chopped and screwed type of I want everybody to truly be able to get out what it is they have to say, and that's the only way they can try to move forward. When everybody leaves with things that they didn't get a chance to say, we start right back to where the hell we were. So what I'm hoping for is that y'all can get to that place, and y'all all just really, you know what I'm saying, get all that shit off y'all chest, okay? But, hold up. Let me go back. I feel like Tisha and Tisha and Melody may be able to get some things off, because Martell is going to set up a dinner for Melody, Kimmi, and Tisha, the people that were originally a part of the show to begin with, to bring in some type of control with the cast, okay? Everybody else is primarily outside noise. See, you feel me, girl? So anyway, we'll see how that's gonna play out because Stormy, I think Stormy still is gonna do something with the ladies, but we'll see. I don't know when though, but maybe not because if Melody don't want to go, she just don't want to go, and if Destiny ain't trying to show up, she just ain't gonna show up. So I mean, I don't know, girl. We'll see. I don't know what the hell gonna go on these ladies. Anyway, girl, let's get to Black. So we're at Black, right? And Funky Dineva decides to walk in. Okay, we learned that Funky Dineva and Marsau have a really good relationship. Like despite Funky Dineva being a gay man, that does not affect Marsau like it would affect some of these other quote unquote straight men out here, right? So that doesn't affect them at all. They have a pretty good relationship, okay? And it seems like Marsau can really rely on Funky's information, and I feel like Funky has this I don't know if it's like charisma, I would say, but he just has a way where he could be your friend and he could check the fuck out you at the same time, the same way he sat up there and read the hell out of Stormy over there on Fox Soul. And I feel like it's something about him that makes people be more receptive to the things that he has to say versus their own friends. Like they own like partners or whatnot. So maybe that has maybe that's what it is, right? You know, maybe people are open to hearing opinions from other people that they feel would be unbiased versus somebody else that could possibly be biased because they're with that person all the time or whatnot. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Just know they got a good relationship, okay? So Funky comes in there trying to get him some free drinks, and because of the great relationship that they have, of course, Marsau is going to give him just that. So Marsau and Tisha break down the fight to Funky Dineva and how everything happened, right? So Funky says that women put men in dangerous situations. I do not disagree with that. I do believe that women put men in dangerous situations, but because I feel like Funky was not there to really see how it all happened and he only got their side or Tisha's side of the story or however they explained it, I don't know. I got to check out his review and see what he says about how this man was trying to control this woman in the middle of a fight. When if you trying to protect somebody, just get up there and protect them. You ain't got to be trying to calm her like a child. Just do your job as a man. Ain't no like, come on now. But anyway, so Funky tells her that her mom fights a lot of her battles and he feels like she's content with it. And I said, and is. And Tisha is like, but no, that's what y'all see on TV. She's like, no, I'm very open and upfront with my mama, but she don't listen. Okay. She says if I have a conversation with her and I tell her like what I don't like and she don't listen, like what y'all want me to do, like what is she gonna do? And I'm like, stop inviting her. I think that's what people are trying to tell you. If your mom keeps showing her as and making it difficult for you to be around said quote unquote friends, then stop bringing her around. Stop bringing her around. And we could take Miss Wanda in some doses because make no mistakes, I still like Miss Wanda, okay? There are parts of Miss Wanda I like, especially when she's digging in the ass of Mr. Marsau. I do like that, okay? But some parts, it's like, okay, Wanda, I like tone it down because you're getting a little bit too excited with the little bit of fame that you do have, that you feel like since ain't nobody correct you, you can continue to talk and say whatever you want, however you want. No. Okay, so it's like we can get her a little here, just kind of like how we get Mel's mom. We get Mel mom here and over there. Like, it's not a whole lot. So it should be the same thing with her. But anyway, she's trying to fight for an actual spot on the show. And that's what I hate about why they got the Scotts involved in this show. Because then you have one or two of the brothers that be all on social media, especially one of them. He out here doing YouTube interviews all over there on the Facebook and shit. Always over here dragging folks, talking down on Mel and her childhood, talking about Miss Van, just saying all of this ignorant and it's like, baby, you want to be on the show so bad, don't you? Because only a person that will do what you do is the one is trying to get some type of attention and relevancy. And it's crazy because I feel like you do more than what Miss Arrione do. And do more than what the hell Miss Arrione do. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's why I'm like, why y'all let both of the Scotts brothers on the show? Maybe all of them would have been this vocal, even if it was one. But come on now. Come on now. Whew. Girl, I wonder if we going to ever see a cast shake up with Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we'll see, girl. And we're probably a long way from that. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep it going, okay? So Funky asked, okay, then when do you tell her she can't come around? And I was glad he said it because that's why I was like, she can't come around. She can't come around. If you're trying to talk to your mama and she ain't changing nothing, doing nothing differently, and she keep doing what she want to do, Stop having her. So he like, okay, and when at what point do you tell your mama that she can't come around? Okay, if she don't behave herself. And Tisha acting like she don't understand what Funky and Marsau was saying. Like, if she disrespects what you say, then stop bringing her around, girl. Like, that is the ultimate short answer that I don't even know what to tell you. And Marsau is up there like, girl, you better not dare try and agree with this man and act like you see his point. When I have been sitting up here trying to get you to understand this for mother years, and you've been out here doing whatever it is that you want to do, girl. So, and then not only have you been out here doing whatever you want to do, when somebody else will probably want to check your mama, you make it seem like they can't. You make it seem like they can't talk to your mama like that, but your mama can talk and do whatever the hell it is that she wants to do. Your mama is the reason that you and Kimmi about fell the hell out. Cause your mama be putting certain stuff in your head, and it just be crazy to me. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't be understanding. I don't be understanding, girl. Like, girl, get a backbone, get a few. That's all I got, guys, for the Love and Marriage Huntsville review. I'm Jami, that's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.